Hello everyone, time for another video in Sword Art Online. Today we're going to be doing the floor 4 boss. We're going to be coming over here and we're going to be fighting the hippocampus. Do a little bit of a strategy guide for you once again. As per usual, just going to skip this stuff for those who haven't seen it, just because, spoilers and such. Oh boy, loading screens. Everybody loves those, right? Alrighty, here's the boss. So this boss has a number of different things that it does. Until it gets to about half health, it has 3 attacks that it does, with an occasional 4th that I haven't. The trigger on the 4th is standing right in front of it, and it basically is just it hits with one paw. There's no visual effect for it or anything, but it'll stun you, and it does low damage. But other than that, you just don't stand directly in front of the horse and you're fine. So, that hit will not hit you unless you're standing directly in front of it. But other than that, it's got 3 attacks. It's got the charge attack, which is signified by it raising its head and doing the howl. It's got that blast attack, which is signified by the howl without raising its head. See, there's the charge attack. And then it has another attack, the little blast on the ground, you'll watch the tail for it. Now it's going to do a blast attack. See, it did the little howl thing. Let's see if I can get him to do the tail thing. Oh, no, he's going to do another blast. Show us your other attack, friend. See, okay, if you see his tail there, see how it kind of comes up? That's the sign for it doing that little area of effect around it. Now it's going to charge again. Alright, so now you've seen all of its attacks that it does when it's above half health. Nice, simple, easy to do. I'm going to damage him a little bit. Try to get him below half health. Nothing too serious. Alright, now he's below half health. We'll see if we can get him to do the stuff. He's got, whenever you first get him below half health, he does that little bucking attack. And it does pretty high damage. And then you saw that attack just there. Where he just kind of, he still has all the same attacks, but he has some more. He has a different howl in front of him. And he has that attack there, which you can see is marked by the red area. The one where he blasts around him, where he does the howl and then he does the backflip and the water comes up, is a very high damage. Just like that is a very high damage. Like, even with my high defense, I'll still take a good chunk of health from that. Oh, you saw the stomp there where he nade and stomped? That attack will stun you, but it will only hit you if you're standing, like, right on top of him. So it's very easy to avoid that one. That's the 4th attack that I was talking about before. There's the blast attack. It's all the same attacks with just a few extra. The tail. Gonna do the tail again. That one's pretty low damage, but it's got a good area around him and it's unmarked. See? There's that stun that he stumped me with. You gotta be careful of that one because it stuns, obviously. So just try not to stand directly in front of him. Watch his head and his tail. All of his attacks are given away by his head and tail. It's real simple. At this point, you've pretty well seen all of his attacks. Just going to kind of let you get a good look at the signals for each one, so that you can kind of remember them and know what you're looking for, so that you know when to dodge and what to dodge. The tail again. Step back. Gonna charge again. He doesn't use the new attacks very often. He's very... he just doesn't like to use them. There's this little stomp. There's his tail again. Really, he does them more if you continue damaging him. But because of the difference in health, here, I'll show you this. See, even with my defense, that does a lot of damage. I mean, 300 isn't quite a lot, but compared to the 1 that all of his other attacks are doing, you know? Like, even his charge attack only does 1 damage to me currently. I'll show you. See, he's about to charge again. Perfect timing. See? Although it does hit multiple times. It hits 2 or 3 times. And that's only a 1 hit. But the Stomp is the only thing you have to worry about on status debuffs. So you don't have to worry about status debuffs on him as long as you can just avoid getting hit. Also, this boss is very weak to poison attacks. They tell you that in the gameplay. He's the one that's weak to poison. He's also weak to thrust, and it looks like earth-type damage, and he doesn't summon any allies. But he does have skills that do defense buffs. So, watch out for his defense to go up, which is, again, easily avoided by just using some poison skills. Nice and simple. It's an easy enemy for me. Oh, look, he got his stomp on me. He just did it twice. I'm going to charge again. Let's see you do something different. Gonna do his blast. Oh, his backflip. Nope, that's his backflip. The difference on those you can see is the red area. And on that one, he just kind of does he waves his head side to side, and then there's the red area. He also raises his tail up when he gets ready for that one. But, again, like I said, if you just watch his head and tails, his head and his tail, all of these attacks have very clear signs for them. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish them off, so we can finish the video. Nice and simple. He's not particularly strong, he's only the 4th boss. It's not to say that he won't give you a challenge, especially if you're fighting him at level. Just like I said, try to keep up with watching his head, watching his tail. All of his skills are given away by those. You kind of see what they are now. You know what the tell is for each one. Just pay attention when you're fighting. It's nice and simple. So, with that, happy hunting. Have fun.